Hey guys, welcome back to Casta's Kitchen. You didn't think after that little accident yesterday I wasn't going to come back. Well, I gotta tell you, I was a little freaked out. I guess I left that pan in a little too long. Hope I didn't offend anybody with my words. They weren't very nice words. So today, we're going to make some chicken that has a wonderful ginger basil coating on it. It's something I like to make for my friends, and I like to make for myself. It doesn't take too long. It's not too expensive. We're going to cook it for about 25 minutes, and prep is usually about 5. So let's see what we can do today about that. All right. So we're going to start with, well, obviously, chicken. But before that, I have the bowl already. I've already made some, which is why the bowl already has the contents in it, and that's cool. So we just use, or at least I just use, basic breaded chicken that you get like at Walmart or whatever. It's already breaded, so that's taken care of. This is just a way to jazz it up a little bit if you have had a long day and you want something a little different. So you're going to take the chicken, and you are going to just pop it in your bowl. And let's see. We can get close enough. We're getting better with the camera, aren't we? Is it in for Lady Gaga today? Okay. Is that good? Yes? No? What did you say? Let's get a little closer. Fantastic. All right. So we're going to take our chicken. And then what I like to do, which actually gives it a lubricant and you don't have to use eggs or anything like that, is I just use yogurt. I use yogurt. I like to use peaches because I like a little bit of sweetness in my chicken. But for me, I'm lactose intolerant, so I actually eat soy yogurt, which works perfectly well. I mean, it's great. I love it. So I take a half a container for 3 pieces of chicken, which is for about enough for myself and another person later. And I'm just going to literally empty my contents into the bowl over the chicken. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put that aside just for a second, and we are going to chop up some basil. Now yesterday, I showed you guys my awesome pizza cutter and how it plays in C major, and a lot of people seem to get a kick out of that. So since we've already done this, and you can see it in the other video, we're going to just go ahead and use my awesome Pampered Chef utility knife. Now this baby, I don't have any of the other knives yet because I've only been doing this for like 6 weeks, but this is great. It cuts just about anything I needed to cut compared to some of my other knives, even my Wolfgang pucks. I like this one better. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but you see I'm a little ditzy, so it has a sheath. So that way it protects my hand if I go grab it too quickly or whatever. So I pull my sheath off, goes right back on too. There we go. Yep. And just gonna chop up some basil. I'm just gonna go. Can you see me? No, you can't. Camera person, anybody who wants to volunteer that I know who isn't stranger danger. So we're just gonna go slicing very, very carefully. Horizontal. 1, 2, 1, 2. I like to use the stems too for flavor. Some people don't. Other things you can do with the stems is you can freeze them and toss them in soups, so nothing gets wasted. So just about a handful of basil. Gonna sprinkle that right in. And as you can see, knife cleans off very, very easily. It's fine underwater. And for now, I'm gonna put it back in the sheath. Okay. Sometimes I don't have my glasses on like I should right now, so shows you how easy the chicken is to make. All right, so put that down. And we are at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, let's get going. Take the chicken, take the basil, a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. Why mess around with lots of seasonings if you don't have to and you can get it in one container? Then you are gonna take your handy ginger. That's right, you get it at Trader Joe's. I used about, for 3 pieces, I'm not even gonna use that much. I'm gonna go ahead and use maybe 4 or 5 little pieces. And actually, I'm going to pull my knife out again, and we're going to chop that into little pieces. That's going to give it a little bit of a kick and a bite in the chicken, but it's not going to make it too spicy for you people who aren't, into the whole spice thing. So slice, slice, slice. Nothing fancy here, folks. We'll do a knife demonstration one day when I get better with my knives and I get more knives. So, I'm going to take that. Beautiful, wonderful. They don't even have to be perfect. I mean, like, I know onions and things like that tend to cook better when they're in the pan and they're all one size, but this doesn't matter. It's going to go right in the batter. There we go. Toss that in. Now, what are we missing? How about our friend the garlic press? Now, for those of you who don't know about the garlic press, I'm kind of obsessed with it because I love garlic. And the reason I love this, short and simple, I don't have to take the peel off my garlic. I can literally pop it into my little thingy-mabobber, and still don't really know what that's called, and just squeeze it through, and it takes it off for me. So I'm just going to squeeze, put a little bit of elbow grease in there, garlic falls right out. I had a patron and a friend tell me that it doesn't get all the garlic out, and he doesn't care for that. For my own personal opinion, here, I'll show you what I mean. For my press anyway, all that's really there is peel and maybe a little bit of dabble of garlic, which, I gotta really figure out how to do this. Okay, there we go. Which I can just take my fancy little comb, which clips to the bottom of this, like almost like a Barbie comb, and just scoop it right in there. No big deal. So, but, you know, I understand completely that convenience is important, but also quality, and I wouldn't do this if I didn't believe in it. So, all right, we've got our garlic in there. We're going to toss it in. Now, this is just a little something for myself, but I use, again, Trader Joe's, and I do not work for them. I just like their products. Sweet chili sauce. It gives it a little bit of extra sweetness with those peaches and ginger and the garlic, and it brings it, kind of gives a little more sauciness. So I just used to just do a dabble and dump it in because I was always an ire, but now I take my awesome measuring spoon, which is great because it's retractable, so it goes up and down, and you push it up to whatever amount of liquid or where's that other thing called? Oh yeah, solids, right? And then you push it up, you push it down. It goes from 1 tablespoon to 1 teaspoon, and we also have them in larger amounts and quantities, which go up to bowls, which we can talk about another day. So I'm just going to take a tablespoon, that is it, of this lovely sauce, pop it in there. It all goes out, as you can see. There's really no residue left. Just a bit of red pepper for this little diva who likes it spicy. Shake it up, and then check this out. You are literally, you can either use a spoon. I like to use my hands because I'm kind of a big kid. I just toss it in there. Wash your hands after, of course. But with breaded chicken, I don't think salmonella is as big of a deal. And you're going to place it on your pan. And when I wash my hands, I'll show you this pan because I just love it. It is actually stoneware, and the difference between stoneware and using aluminum pans and that kind of thing is basically it's non-porous, so it doesn't retain odors and that kind of thing. It lasts forever. We have a fantastic 10-year warranty on this baby, and I don't know, I think it just makes food taste better. And also, if you have to sit out your food for a while for company, or if your husband's coming home or your wife's coming home and it needs to sit, it's going to stay hotter for longer on the pan, so you don't have to use the age-old microwave, because everybody knows food doesn't taste as good after the microwave. All right, and so we're going to do now, simply, I have the oven preheated for 350 degrees. So let's take a look at that pan. Oh, God. Whoop. Oh, it's going up. Whoa! Oh, gee. Wait, is that it? Nope, that's the window. That's the pan. There we go. There's our chicken, and there's our lovely pan, which we can talk more about that another day again. Not always good at multitasking, but I do my best here. And we're going to go ahead and put our pot holders on. As we learned yesterday, we use 2, because what I learned about this pan yesterday is it is very, very, very heavy. And one of the reasons I had so much trouble last video was because I wasn't expecting the heaviness and I wasn't expecting the heat. I'm going to pop our chicken in, take those pot holders off, and I'm going to show you some pre-made chicken I've already done. So let's see what we got here. So let's really get it in there. Okay, it's hard to do this with a laptop. That's not the chicken. Is that the chicken? Yes, it is. Isn't that lovely, folks? It's tender, it's moist, it's easy, and as I've shown you, you can do it under 10 minutes. I'm Jennifer Vanella, your Pampered Chef consultant, and thanks so much for stopping in. See you next week.